I am very happy to say there were very few firsts in my career. That tells you that my generation stood on the shoulders of an earlier generation. It tells you the story of the impact of the women's movement, but also the impact of the women's forum. I think it was about 1975, and it was really Eleanor Guggenheimer and Eleanor Norton. There was a whole group of people who were among the first forum members. So I was in one of the initial groups, and I was one of the founders of the International Women's Forum. Because as women moved in and out of New York, it was very clear that we met people that were moving outside New York. They wanted to found their own forums. We met people from other countries. They were interested. They came to talk to us. And so eventually we spread across the country, met periodically, and then we went international. If I have a favorite memory about the Women's Forum, it's about Eleanor Guggenheimer. She was some piece of work. But more than anything else, she understood New York. And she understood a changing New York. She added different groups. She was very insistent that no single group dominated the Women's Forum, and she particularly wanted to reach into and find the next generation of women business leaders in the major industries of New York. I was the first generation of kids who went to the Peace Corps, who heard John Kennedy's call. Spent a year wandering around the world. My parents thought I was a flake, was going to be a flower child. I've had a lot of careers. But basically, I've spent a career as an academic going in and out of government. When I came to New York, basically teach first at the City University and then at Columbia University, I was also a young Democrat. The Carter administration, I was offered a couple of jobs. I took the job as the Policy Assistant Secretary at HUD, which was the big urban policy job. And after that, I was invited by some friends to become president of Hunter. I hadn't even been a department chair, let alone a dean. From Hunter, I went to Wisconsin as chancellor of one of the great research universities. Meanwhile, I had been friends of the Clintons forever. Hillary and I were on the board of the Children's Defense Fund together, and the rest is sort of history. I went from Wisconsin to being a cabinet officer. Some people would say that leaders are born. I'm not quite sure about that. I think leaders are given opportunities. And in many ways, mentors identify people with talent and give them opportunities. I believe it's not just parents that tell you can be anything you want to be. It's coaches, it's teachers, it's people throughout your life. Networks, when you're young, are really important. When people used to ask me how you get to be a cabinet member, I said, look around you, figure out which one of your friends is going to run for president, and keep in touch for 30 years.